Hi, I'm Mark, and this is Let's Vibe, the channel all about crystals and our feelings. So, I've been thinking about, the last video I did was in response to a viewer asking about blue sapphire, and I know someone else asked if I could talk about lapis lazuli. They asked me like maybe a month ago. And I intentionally waited to talk about lapis because I feel like lapis lazuli fits in well with Sagittarius energy, and we are in the beginning of Sagittarius season. And this is the day before Thanksgiving here in the US. But yeah, so today's today's stone is lapis lazuli. So let's see if no, I don't need my hand. There, that's better. So as you can see, it's a very vibrant, deep blue stone. And you can find pieces, particularly pieces from Afghanistan, but I don't know like what the situation there is with the mining. Because sometimes stones and crystals can be mined, or they are often mined in unethical ways, or maybe in ways that are damaging to the environment or just exploitative. And so I don't know what the situation is with crystals and stones from Afghanistan, but I've seen pieces from Afghanistan, and they're incredibly vibrant, a very vivid, deep blue, almost like an indigo shade of blue. Really stunning. But yeah, you can find lapis in kind of a range of shades of blue, and I like the deeper shades. But you can also see that there's like some gold specks, and those are inclusions of pyrite, which is also known as fool's gold. And so there's this like dusting of pyrite really enhances the grounding energy of this stone. There's a very empowering and strengthening quality when it comes to pyrite. And lapis, I've had this piece of lapis for at least a few years now, and I just recently did some meditation with this stone, and really, without a doubt, that lapis lazuli is all about personal power, authenticity, your higher self, connecting with your higher self, and drawing wisdom from your higher self, and being a vibrant blue means it definitely resonates very powerfully with the throat chakra. Lapis lazuli is about speaking your truth and speaking or expressing yourself in an authentic manner, and staying true to who you are. And So I connected with that very strongly when I did some meditation with this stone. It was just, I felt this very powerful connection with my higher self, you know, a much clearer connection than I've had so far. And again, this, you know, I didn't just pick this up just now. I've had this piece for a number of years. And so it's really, I feel like with all stones and crystals, it really is a growing and learning process. It's never gonna be this, it's never gonna be the same thing all the time. There's going to be some kind of evolution in how you experience a stone as time goes on. And I've found that with pretty much every stone that I've worked with. So it's normal if, you know, it's normal to experience different facets of the same crystal, the same stone. And so after a number of years, I'm finally able to really access that deeper part of myself that's connected with, or that is the higher self. And just feeling, you know, lapis can help with feeling more aligned with that higher self or that authenticity. Being aligned with your truth. And this shade of blue always makes me think of Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael is most often associated with protection and courage and truth and like expressing one's truth and standing in one's power. So that's pretty much everything Lapis Lazuli is about. So it really is a very beautiful stone and a very powerful stone for getting in touch with your personal power. It's very strengthening. As I mentioned earlier, it's very grounding with that pyrite. I think it also resonates quite strongly with the third eye chakra. And with the pyrite, that's more like solar plexus and root chakra. So yeah, I would recommend lapis to anybody. And I associate it with Sagittarius because it's about honesty. It's about pursuing that higher knowledge, that higher self, that higher perspective. And Sagittarius is all about that kind of, those kinds of themes. And so yeah, I'm able to appreciate this stone more than I was in the past. So it really does, you know, it does take a lot of time and patience, but it does pay off to stick with your crystals and continue to hold them, carry them, meditate with them, try to communicate with them like the way that I've done in some of my videos. There's more to uncover and learn from the stone as time goes on. Now, I thought about, you know, what would be a good song for this energy of lapis and personal power and authenticity and inner truth. And I think the best song for this stone is Just Like Fire by Pink. That's from the Alice in Wonderland soundtrack. I've always enjoyed that song, and I like the music video too. But yeah, that song is all about owning your uniqueness, your authenticity, being yourself, shining. And Lapis Lazuli is here to help with that. So I will include a link to Just Like Fire by Pink in the description box below. Also, if you're interested in a personal tarot reading, tarot and oracle reading, email me. I've got my email address in the description box as well. Just send me an email and we can talk about times and pricing and all that stuff. But I love to hear from you, your comments, questions, suggestions for new crystals. And as always, thank you so much for vibing with me.